Have you ever felt like you're one moment away from your breakthrough, but everything around you tells a different story, like you're standing on the edge of something great, but the noise of delay, disappointment, and doubt is trying to drown out the promise? If that resonates with you, you're not here by accident. You didn't stumble across this message by chance. This right now might just be the sign your spirit has been searching for. Because sometimes, right before everything shifts in your favor, life gets the loudest. The pressure builds. The path gets foggy. You question if God is even listening anymore. But what if I told you that this very tension, this very discomfort, is not the evidence of abandonment, but the evidence of movement? What if the silence you're experiencing isn't the absence of God, but the sound of heaven working behind the scenes? In this video, we're diving deep into the spiritual signals that many people overlook, the subtle, divine signs that something is about to change in your life. And not just any change, a shift, a total turnaround. The kind of shift that doesn't just alter your situation, it repositions your entire life. But here's the thing, most people miss the sign because it rarely comes the way we expect. It's quiet, it's subtle, it's hidden in ordinary moments. And if you don't know what to look for, you might dismiss a divine setup as just another setback. This isn't a feel-good message, it's a revelation. We're talking about the kind of truth that pulls the veil back on the spiritual process happening in your life right now. You'll learn why the struggle intensified, why some doors had to close, and why things felt delayed, but were actually being divinely orchestrated for your favor. You'll discover how to recognize the moment when God begins to shift everything, even when your circumstances haven't caught up to it yet. Here's a reality that few talk about before elevation. There is often isolation. Before favor becomes visible, it's grown in private. And right now, if you're feeling hidden, overlooked, or stuck in transition, you're closer to your breakthrough than you think. You're not being buried, you're being planted. So stay with me until the end of this message, because what you're about to hear could change how you interpret what you're going through, and more importantly, how you respond to it. The truth is, God is not just preparing something for you, He's preparing you for something. And once you begin to recognize the signs, you'll stop panicking in the process and start praising in the preparation. You're about to discover why the delay wasn't denial, why the struggle was strategy, and how to know without a doubt when God is about to shift everything in your favor. Let's begin. Before we talk about the shift, we have to first acknowledge a season that so many people struggle with, the season of silence. It's that quiet place where you've prayed, believed, and waited, and yet nothing seems to change. It's like the world is moving forward, but you're standing still. You might even feel forgotten, as if your prayers are just bouncing off the ceiling. That deep feeling of being stuck in silence can make you question if your faith is even working. And let's be honest, it's frustrating. You know the promises, you know what's possible, but all you can hear is the echo of your own hopes fading into the distance. What's worse is that the world has taught us to expect instant results. We want answers now, and we want them loud. So when the heavens are silent, it's easy to think God is distant, or maybe even indifferent to our struggles. People start doubting if their prayers even matter. The silence becomes unbearable, and the waiting feels pointless. But what if I told you that silence isn't a sign of abandonment? What if the quiet is actually one of the most powerful signs of divine preparation? The truth is, silence is often misunderstood. It's easy to equate silence with absence, but in spiritual terms, silence is anything but empty. In fact, it's one of the most sacred and transformative periods in the journey of faith. Silence doesn't mean God isn't there. It often means He's working in ways you cannot yet see. It's like the seed in the ground. It doesn't shout as it grows, but beneath the surface, it's being nourished, developed, and positioned for what's to come. You can't rush the process, no matter how badly you want to. In that stillness, God is working on you. It's easy to think that nothing is happening, but behind the scenes, everything is shifting. What feels like nothing is actually something. It's like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. Every strike, though unseen, is part of revealing the masterpiece. Just because you can't see or hear it, doesn't mean it's not happening. You're being pruned, refined, and prepared for the moment when everything will align. This time of silence is crucial, because it's where your character is built. It's where your faith is tested, not in what's visible, but in what's invisible. You're learning patience, endurance, and trust. You're learning to hold on when everything tells you to give up. And yes, it's hard. It's uncomfortable. It can feel like you're stuck in a perpetual waiting room. But the silence is never wasted. Every moment of quiet is a building block for your future. So don't mistake this silence for absence. God is not silent because he's ignoring you. He's silent because he's preparing something far greater than you could ask or imagine. You're in the process of being shaped for something that's not just a quick answer, but a lasting breakthrough. Have you ever planted a seed and waited for it to grow? The process is far from instant. You can't see the roots digging deep into the soil, but you know that beneath the surface, something is happening. It's the same with divine shifts in our lives. Before anything visible ever happens, God is working in ways that we can't yet perceive. What's going on beneath the surface, in the unseen, is often the most important part of the process. God is like a master gardener, working in the quiet places where no one can see. We don't always understand the waiting, the hidden moments when it feels like nothing is happening, but it's in these moments that the deepest work is done. Think about a tree growing. We see the fruit, the branches reaching toward the sky, but we rarely think about the roots, which have been quietly expanding and securing the tree for years. In the same way, God is securing your foundation in the unseen before he allows the visible breakthrough to manifest. This hidden growth is where the true transformation takes place. It's like the bow being pulled back before the arrow is released. The tension feels like it's holding you back, but it's actually positioning you for the moment of release. When the time is right, the bow is let go, and the arrow soars, hitting its target with force and precision. But without that pullback, there would be no release. Without that preparation, the arrow would fall short. In your life, this hidden growth can often feel like a season of stasis, where it seems like you're doing all the right things, but nothing is changing. But behind the scenes, God is shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and positioning you for the moment when everything will align. It's like the seed in the soil. For a long time you can't see the sprout pushing its way to the surface, but underneath, it's breaking through the hard earth, fighting to reach the light. What you think is inactivity is actually God working tirelessly to prepare you for something far greater than you've imagined. The truth is, the deeper God works in you, the higher he's going to lift you. When he's working in the unseen, he's also building your capacity to handle what's coming next. If a plant doesn't have deep roots, it can't grow tall. And if you don't allow God to work beneath the surface, you won't be ready for the blessing that's about to pour into your life. This growth isn't always comfortable. It often feels like a season of testing and stretching, but it's necessary for what's ahead. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. God is moving in the unseen places, doing things you don't yet understand, but are essential for your future. When you're in the waiting, remember the quiet moments are often the most powerful. They are the roots, the foundation, the preparation for the breakthrough that is coming. There's a feeling that often comes before a breakthrough, and it's one that many of us know all too well: frustration. It's that heavy weight in your chest when everything you've worked for seems to be slipping through your fingers, or when you keep hitting closed doors. No matter how hard you push, you've prayed, you've believed, you've done everything you were supposed to do, yet the results seem to be nowhere in sight. The frustration builds up, and it feels like the harder you try, the further away the breakthrough gets. It's a difficult place to be in, and it's easy to feel like you're walking in circles, stuck in a cycle that you can't break. But what if I told you that this frustration is not a sign that you're failing? What if this pressure you feel is actually a sign that something is stirring deep within your spirit and your situation? In the moments when everything seems to be falling apart, when you can't seem to catch a break, God is often working in ways that you can't immediately see. Frustration isn't always a sign that you're off track. In fact, it's often the indication that something big is about to happen. Think about it. The moment before something shifts, there's usually a feeling of tension. It's like when you're pulling a rubber band as far as it can go. The more you stretch it, the more tension builds. But if you hold on just a little longer, it will snap back with power. That same principle applies to your life. The delay you're feeling, the doors that won't open, the pressure mounting against you, these are signs that God is building the tension before the release. The frustration you feel isn't an obstacle. It's part of the preparation. When things seem stuck, when you're staring at closed doors, and your dreams feel delayed, it's not a reflection of failure. It's a sign that your spirit is being stirred. You're in a season of growth, even though you might not see it yet. This frustration is creating a hunger for change. It's pushing you beyond your comfort zone, causing you to lean in deeper, to press further, to stretch your faith. God uses these moments of pressure to prepare you for the new thing He's about to do. Without that tension, you wouldn't be ready for the breakthrough. In fact, frustration is often the evidence that your breakthrough is imminent. It's the spiritual sign that something is about to shift, that God is working behind the scenes in ways you can't yet understand. Think about the seasons of waiting that came before some of the greatest moments in biblical history. When the Israelites were trapped at the Red Sea, they felt trapped and frustrated. Yet it was in that moment of apparent defeat that God parted the waters and delivered them. When David was on the run from Saul, he was frustrated, but that period of hardship positioned him for the kingship that was coming. So the frustration you're feeling right now isn't meaningless. It's actually a sign that God is preparing you for something extraordinary. The waiting, the closed doors, and the emotional pressure are all part of the process that will bring you closer to the breakthrough you've been praying for. Keep holding on, because when the shift comes, it will be more than worth the frustration. There comes a moment, often subtle, yet unmistakable, when everything begins to change. It's not loud or dramatic. It's quiet, almost like a whisper. But in that whisper, you hear the confirmation that the shift you've been waiting for is finally beginning. Perhaps it's an unexpected favor, a promotion you didn't apply for, a bill paid by someone you didn't ask, or a connection that seems too timely to be coincidental. These aren't just random acts of kindness. They're divine signals, whispers from God letting you know that the season is turning. You might also experience timely encouragement from someone who speaks life into your situation just when you needed it most. It could be a friend, a stranger, or even a message that seems to find you at the perfect moment. These words aren't just words. They're divine whispers, affirmations that God is moving in your life. They remind you that you're not alone, that your prayers have been heard, and that the breakthrough you've been longing for is on its way. Another sign is renewed clarity. For so long, you've felt confused, uncertain, and lost. But suddenly, things begin to make sense. Decisions that once seemed impossible now feel clear. Paths that were once hidden are now illuminated. This clarity isn't just your own understanding. It's divine insight, a gift from God to guide you through the transition. It's a sign that the shift is not just happening around you, but within you. These signs, unexpected favor, timely encouragement, renewed clarity, are not coincidences. They are divine signals, whispers from God letting you know that the shift is beginning. They are the first fruits of the harvest, the early signs of the breakthrough that is coming. And just as a seed doesn't sprout overnight, these signs don't appear by chance. They are the result of divine timing, of God working behind the scenes to bring about the change you've been praying for. So when you begin to notice these signs, don't dismiss them as mere coincidence. Recognize them for what they are, divine whispers, affirmations that God is moving in your life. Embrace them, trust them, and prepare your heart for the shift that is about to take place. Because when God begins to move, nothing can stop the breakthrough that is coming. Divine favor manifests in remarkable ways, often opening doors to opportunities you never anticipated. It's the unspoken promotion that elevates you beyond your qualifications, the unexpected invitation that propels you into circles of influence, and the timely assistance that arrives precisely when you need it. These instances are not mere coincidences. They are the tangible expressions of God's grace at work in your life. When divine favor is in action, barriers dissolve, and paths are cleared, guiding you toward your destined purpose. This favor also brings connections that feel divinely orchestrated. You meet individuals whose visions align seamlessly with yours, partnerships form effortlessly, and collaborations flourish beyond expectations. It's as if the universe conspires to bring the right people into your path at the right time, each encounter propelling you forward on your journey. These relationships are not random. They are the handiwork of a higher power, strategically placed to support and elevate you. Moreover, divine favor imparts a strength you may not have known you possessed. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable become manageable, and obstacles that would have deterred others barely faze you. This newfound resilience stems from an inner fortitude bestowed upon you, enabling you to navigate life's trials with unwavering determination. It's a strength that transcends your natural abilities, empowering you to overcome adversity and emerge victorious. When it's time for your breakthrough, no force can hinder what God has ordained. The doors He opens are secured by His authority, and no opposition can close them. This assurance allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that the path laid before you is divinely sanctioned. Trusting in this truth frees you from fear and doubt, replacing them with a steadfast belief in the promises made to you. Embracing divine favor requires recognition of its presence and an openness to receive it. It's about acknowledging the blessings that come your way, understanding their source,
and responding with gratitude and faith. As you align yourself with this favor, you position yourself to experience its full impact, witnessing firsthand the doors it opens and the opportunities it brings. In the tapestry of life, divine favor is the thread that weaves together your experiences, relationships, and achievements, creating a masterpiece that reflects the goodness and sovereignty of the Creator. Recognizing and embracing this favor transforms your perspective, allowing you to see the hand of God in every aspect of your life, and to walk boldly through the doors He opens for you. Before we talk about the doors that are about to open, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought you here. The pain you've endured, the seasons of waiting, and the periods of confusion were not random or without purpose. They were in fact tools of alignment, strategically used by God to position you for the blessings and opportunities that lie ahead. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that hardships are a form of punishment or signs of divine displeasure, but nothing could be further from the truth. God's ways are higher than ours, and His understanding surpasses our own. The challenges you faced were not meant to break you, but to build you, to refine your character, and to prepare you for the destiny He has ordained for you. God is a master strategist, intricately weaving the tapestry of your life, with threads of trials and triumphs, each serving a specific purpose. Every delay you've experienced had a reason, every detour a lesson. These experiences have shaped you, molded you, and positioned you exactly where you need to be. They've equipped you with resilience, wisdom, and strength, making you ready to step into the new season He has prepared for you. Remember, you weren't being punished, you were being positioned. The pain, the waiting, and the confusion were all part of God's divine plan to align you with His perfect will. Trust in His timing, believe in His methods, and have faith that the doors He is about to open will lead you into a future filled with hope, purpose, and fulfillment. So, as you stand on the threshold of this new season, recognize the divine signs unfolding around you. The unexpected favor, timely encouragement, and renewed clarity are not mere coincidences. They are God's whispers, affirming that the shift is already in motion. Embrace these moments with expectancy, knowing that your breakthrough is imminent. So, remember, God is not just preparing the blessing, He's preparing you for it. The shift isn't coming, it has already begun. So, if this message resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Stay connected for more encouragement and inspiration as you walk confidently into the new season God has prepared for you.